it a certain way and you do it your way and then mess up, I don't want to clean it up. Because that was your fuck up, not mine.
Like, every time I'm punching, Floyd like grab my hand, like yank it back, whereas though I can't even punch.
All his jokes prior to his fight against Lamont Rematch. After the fight, look how many were waiting.
Floyd Mayweather has called out Gervonta Davis in a live interview advising him to walk away from the Lamont rematch. Meanwhile, Gervonta Davis has opened up about his sparring sessions with Devin Haney, revealing that Mayweather would often interrupt these sessions whenever Davis attempted to land significant punches. Davis interpreted Mayweather's actions as favoritism towards Haney, who was training at Mayweather's gym at the time. This led to feelings of being undermined during crucial training moments.
Adrian had the weigh-in. So from his weigh-in, they meet us at the food spot. So from there, we go to the gym. So remind you, they already got this set up. Floyd already got it set up. He already posted on Instagram. It probably was like 100 people in there, and he turned the heat up. That's what Floyd do. He turned the heat up in the gym while you in there. So he turned the heat up. Boom. We spar, but while we sparring, Floyd is in the ring. Like, every time I'm punching, Floyd like grab my hand, like yank it back, whereas though I can't even punch Devin. So it was times that like I catch Devin, boom, or I'm about to swing and Floyd like yank my hand back, or he'll push me to the ropes. Like, he was actually like touching me while we was sparring. Like,
why?
Like, he was, cause it was like Devin was his guy, cause Devin was training at his gym at the time. So, and he was training with his father. So, Devin was on. I mean, Floyd was on Devin's side.
Sounds
so
like
that's
a conspiracy to me.
Yeah, but later down the line, probably about like a couple months. No, this was recently. Not recently, but probably like 2 years ago. I asked Devin to like come to like spar me. He was like, "No, I ain't no sparring partner." I had somebody hit him up that was close to him.
Teofimo Lopez shared his perspective on the aftermath of the Davis versus Roach fight, stating that Davis was left isolated following the controversial bout. Lopez suggested that the outcome led many to question Davis's standing in the boxing community, with some ready to criticize and undermine him after the fight.
I know a lot of people, look what they did with Gervonta too. I want everybody, all these young fighters that are listening to this, and you could clip this. It's a short part right here.
I got you.
To Ryan could clip this right here. To all you young fighters, look at the amount of love they were giving and sharing to Gervonta Tank Davis prior to the fight. Look at what all the reporters were doing prior to the fight. Look how they were all laughing at all his jokes prior to his fight against Lamont Roach. After the fight, look how many were waiting to down this man. Down him. See, I'm going to talk my smack with Tank, but that's because I want to fight him. That's me. I can say that. But I just want all you young fighters to really look about it. They don't care about us.
Yeah.
They won't ever care about us. When you winning, they're going to be there. But they're waiting for any moment to slip up. Just a man, even a draw. Look how much hate he got out of it.
Yeah, not to get deep, but you know, it's a part of our psychology. We have to learn how to care about other people. You know what I mean?
Former welterweight champion Sean Porter has expressed admiration for Gervonta Davis's boxing abilities. Porter highlighted Davis's exceptional skill set and potential in the ring, acknowledging him as a formidable opponent in the lightweight division.
And the thing that I really appreciate about Tank is he's a dog. That kind of that what he just said. You can put them earmuffs up and go at it. He kind of will assess you as well, and whatever he needs to do, he'll do it. You know. So
the initial fight between Gervonta Davis and Lamont Roach ended in controversy, with referee Steve Willis facing criticism for not awarding points to Roach. During pivotal moments, Davis responded to the ensuing debate by challenging critics to settle disputes in a rematch, emphasizing his readiness to prove himself once again in the ring.
Because I don't know what the just happened. You're a referee. You're biggest. You should have seen what the going on. Why I would have, if I'm in the corner, I'm erratic in between rounds. What was your feeling in between rounds when you seen that?
It was going off. My assistant coach, Ben Johnson, he was going off on him. Hey Steve, the fuck wrong with you? He was cursing him out and everything. He was like, that was a fucking down.
Yeah,
He just stood off and waved us off, and he was like,
Yeah, because for me, one person would have been having to deal with Lamont, and the other nigga been the whole
yeah,
60
that's how it
seconds.
was. I was dealing with him,
with
and
that
my man Ben was dealing with the rough.
Right.
We got his attention along with the low blows as well. I was like, how many low blows you gonna let us hit us with before you take a point? And then he finally warned him like in the 11th round.
That's crazy. Is there anybody in boxing media or media in general, because nobody picks you guys to win at all. Nobody. I mean, I seen you guys go on promotional tours from whether it was boxing podcast to the Breakfast Club. Nobody picked you guys to win. Like, when you get a second, you grab me a water. Sorry. And is there anybody that you got, I know because it's more than one person, but is there anybody, thank you, that you took personal out of all the interviews that you did? Is it one or two people or three people that you be like, this right here, everybody else, but I want to prove this one person wrong?
It's not necessarily that I wanted to prove them wrong, so I wanted everybody to shut the for real.
Yeah.
Like, but I already said it. Two-Tone, the big bald that got the beard that talked to everybody. Two-Tone, the Showbiz. He already apologized to both of them. Apologized though,
right?
But they was dead wrong. They was dead. And, I don't know if y'all know him or y'all familiar with him, but this one Southpaw TV. He be in my DMs.
Lamont Roach has been vocal about his dissatisfaction with referee Steve Willis's officiating during his bout with Davis. Roach insists that Willis should not officiate the potential rematch, citing concerns over impartiality and the controversies from their previous encounter. Davis has publicly accused Floyd Mayweather of being overly self-centered and unable to acknowledge other fighters' successes. He believes that Mayweather's reluctance to support the rematch with Roach stems from jealousy and a desire to remain in the spotlight. YouTuber turned boxer Jake Paul expressed disappointment in Davis's performance against Roach. Paul suggested that Davis was fortunate the fight ended in a draw and implied that Roach had outperformed him, challenging the perception of Davis's dominance in the ring.
You know, obviously the part with the grease in the eye, that took on a life of its own. You know what I'm saying? That was a headline in the fight. One is, what did you think when he said that initially, just like the grease in the eye? But two is like, when you was in the fight, was there any point that you saw that? Like, did you see like him kind of messing with his eye, or did you have any indication that that was something that was bothering him?
No, see, and that's the thing. If you look at the whole fight, he was never bothering his eyes before
you jabbed him.
Before I jabbed him. Even that right hand that, like, you know what I'm saying, that kind of landed, he kind of rolled with it. But after that, you could see him wipe his eye. And then right after I hit him with the jab, you could see him wipe his other eye. So it's like it was corresponding to which hand that I punched him with and exactly which eye. So it's like crazy for him to say it's grease in my eye. And I think even when he say that, you could see me, because I'm right beside him, you could see me like, nigga, what you talking about? So,
right.
But you say you don't think he willing though.
Whatever. See, but who cares? Like, sweat gonna get in your eye, blood gonna get in your eye.
Yeah, it don't matter.
Spit fucking around and get in your eye. You know what I'm saying? But you, it's not like you can be like, all right, time out, ref. Hold on,
Take no
ref.
time out.
You can't do that.
Right. Would you be cool with Steve Willis doing the next fight?
Hell no.
He can't do the next fight.
No, he can't do the next fight.
Right.
No.
Pops is a no?
Hell no.
Yeah.
You know how many Coach Ben on him, man. He lucky he ain't running Coach Ben after that fight.
But look how many times he fight up though. Right. The knee, him going to the corner to get assistance, like, who knows? Not saying that they did any cheating, nothing like that. But like, he wiped his face with a towel. You can't do that.
Right.
You can't do none of that.
Right.
That's a disqualification. You turned your back on the ref after you took a knee. Usually the ref gonna be like, all right, he don't want to fight no more. Fight's off.
First of all, Floyd don't never want to see no one like a fighter do better than them. Why the say Terrence Crawford should fight? Finna be there. That don't make no sense. He don't never want to see nobody be better than him. I'm telling you.
You was next in line. Just so you next in line.
Is there like a
last question, guys?
Is there like a love hate for Floyd? Like,
yeah,
the fighter?
Yeah, I love the fighter. Like, I ain't gonna lie, if he was like chill, like he'll be the smoothest. But he's not. You know what I mean? He's a great fighter. And my bad.
Oh, you're good, man.
And he
How it feels too.
Cause I don't want to say like he's just a scumbag, but it's like he's a great fighter, and sometimes he can be good, but it's like it's always I'm this.
Man, he got lucky as a draw. He did a good fight though. I thought he won it, but man, he gotta just create more action. That's a sparring session as far as I'm concerned. Oh my God. But, God damn, that's not the Gervonta I know.
Gervonta Davis's departure from Mayweather Promotions was accompanied by significant controversy, disputes over management decisions, and public disagreements between Davis and Mayweather highlighted the complexities of their professional relationship, leading to a highly publicized split. The boxing community is abuzz with anticipation for the potential rematch between Davis and Roach, tentatively scheduled for June 21st in Las Vegas. Both fighters view this as an opportunity to settle the controversy from their previous bout and to solidify their standings in the sport. The highly anticipated rematch between Gervonta Davis and Lamont Roach will serve as the ultimate test to determine who is the better fighter. Roach was one of the few opponents to truly challenge Davis, pushing him to his limits in their first encounter. Many believe that Roach's performance exposed weaknesses in Davis's game, making the rematch even more crucial for Davis. It's a chance to silence doubters and prove his dominance for Roach. It's an opportunity to solidify his place among boxing's elite. This fight will settle the debate and show who truly deserves the victory.
I think he's in this position because of everything that Mayweather and Leonard Ellerbe have done for him. So I do want him to do what he is saying. Take control of your career. Say that you want Shakur and actually fight Shakur. Say that you want Devin and actually fight Devin. You know, fight these guys. Don't keep making new names. Like, you gave Barrios a chance. You gave...
So the Tank Davis versus Lamont Roach rematch is being targeted for June 21st in Las Vegas. Now, it's good that they're running it back without wasting any time, because Roach absolutely deserves a rematch. I mean, I thought he outboxed Tank the last time around. He came up a division as a gigantic 10-1 underdog. And he was the one on the front foot, you know, landing his jab, the body shots, the combinations, throwing a lot more volume. You know, I had it 7-5 Roach, and the no knockdown in round 9 was the reason it was a draw. If that knockdown was scored, that would have been a decision for Roach. But with all that being said, I do like Tank a lot more in the rematch. I thought he fought way too much on the back foot in the first fight, especially the first few rounds. He would land 1 or 2 punches per round. But as he started becoming the aggressor in the later rounds, he kept landing a lot more left hands and body shots. You know, so Tank just needs to make this a dogfight, get into more exchanges, and that's where he'll land a lot more punches on Roach. When he's sitting on the back foot waiting for a counter, that's where Roach is comfortable and winning most of the rounds. So if Tank can fight the same way he did against Ryan Garcia, you know, rounds 3 to 7, against Mario Barrios in the later rounds, or Frank Martin round 4 to 8, if he's the one on the front foot, then I do think he'll stop Roach in the rematch.
We gotta talk about it. So Tank officially came out and says that he wants to push this rematch as early as May. Now, if that were to happen, Lamont Roach gets a second time to prove himself. Now, in my personal opinion, his stock has already risen. He is already notable. The fact that he went toe-to-toe with Tank on a decision that ended in a draw, whether he loses this second fight or not won't even matter. Because he's directly in line to go against the Keyshawn Davis, the Shakur Stevensons, and etc., the Devin Haney's, and etc. I can see him moving up and going against Devin Haney or Ryan Garcia or somebody like that. So many people to fight. Lamont Roach has definitely proven himself. But let's talk about something else. And that is the hairstylist situation. In my humble opinion, I believe she should have been quiet. As a hairstylist, there was nothing for you to say. There was nothing for you to say. No fan in boxing was gonna look at that like, I don't want to braid my hair. No one would have said that. But she hurt herself when she came out and publicly made multiple claims, got all these receipts that no one needed, no one asked for, saying, oh, this it had no grease or oil in it. No one cares. No one cares. Nobody even believes it. Sometimes it's best to remain quiet. But you guys let me know in the comments. Should she have remained quiet, or should she have did what she did, which she spoke up? You let me know.